the Congress is usually very good at is scoring self-goals. Somehow, in Karnataka, they've been able to keep the self-goals out. The defense has been tight. For example, Rahul Gandhi was to go to Kolar thrice over. The trip has been postponed. He's in Wayanad and traveling elsewhere. He hasn't come into... If he says something, the Congress GVL is already smiling. He may say something which the BJP can then latch on to. He hasn't really come into Karnataka, so he hasn't had an opportunity to potentially score a goal or say something which the BJP can catch on like he did in London. So therefore, you've got the Congress for once defending tight, which
Absolutely.
is not usually, the defense is loose and GVL and others can punch one goal
absolutely.
after the other. They've kind of kept it tight.
Rahul, they won Himachal like that. Please try to understand. See, the best thing Rahul Gandhi could have contributed to the Himachal Pradesh Congress
that
was
not
go there.
He hasn't gone.
And he hasn't gone.
It's been announced thrice that he'll go to Kolar, but he hasn't gone. They've kept him in the pavilion.
So and that's the ironical part of it. And I guess that if Congress feels so, at this point of time, you are saying absolutely bang on that they have held the fort very tight. Only problem would be, you know, the kind of remaining seats and the Siddaramaiah versus D.K. Shivakumar factions that we talk about. If they can get over that, good enough. But then, as we have seen in the case of Congress for significant number of elections, you know, in the recent past, they have this uncanny habit of, you know, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And that is something which will always keep them on edge.
No, but which is true. But remember, we now have, it's the 14th today, so there's less than a month to go for the polling day, GVL. And as you come closer and closer to the polling day, think of it like cricket. Your asking rate keeps going up. And ultimately, you may be literally left in a situation where you have to hit 5 sixes of 5 balls to be able to win. Rinku Singh did it the other day in the IPL. It's a very difficult thing. If you ask the BJP, when they are winning, they'll tell you that the election by now is cast. Like it kind of gets settled, it's sealed. It's very difficult, very, very difficult, unless the other guy just, you know, bowls full tosses and is bowling no balls and wides and kind of messing it up. It's very difficult to be able to come back from there, GVL. Who's your Rinku Singh? Kahan hai aapka Rinku Singh?
No, I think whether it's Rinku Singh or the captain, anything, I think we have one leader who does all the jobs. And he's delivered several elections to us. But unlike cricket, you see, elections are not decided in the last 3 weeks. I think many of us tend to believe that election campaigns decide the outcome of elections. Far from it. Elections get decided much earlier. And certainly candidates in assembly elections are an important factor. But I don't think campaigns or what strategies you adopt during campaign change the complexion of an election or outcome is completely, I don't subscribe to that at all. But having said that, Rahul Gandhi's, you see, many of you in the media calculated that Rahul Gandhi's disqualification from Lok Sabha is going to put the Congress on fire. Nothing, Congress needs to do nothing. They will win Karnataka on a platter. Who are you talking about?
Now listen, I don't know what channels you're watching, but this is all hawa mein.
People in the media.
So you're watching the wrong channels then. Don't watch all of this. When you want to have a sensible conversation, when you want to have a sensible conversation, come to us.
Massive sympathy for Rahul Gandhi.
I don't know what you're watching. I don't know what they're smoking. None of that is true.
But is that not a narrative? Please be honest to yourself. Did you not hear this narrative after disqualification of Rahul Gandhi?
But he's not a factor,
This is a blunder by the BJP.
The smartest thing the Congress is doing is to keep him away from Karnataka. He'll have a marginal presence there. They don't want him to campaign. That's the point I make.
Rahul. That doesn't help. It hasn't helped them in Gujarat. Gujarat and Himachal went to polls together.
Sir, Gujarat is not Karnataka. Oh, one second. Now GVL started talking like a politician. Now this I don't like. You were here as a cephalogist. You're comparing Gujarat and Karnataka. You know better than anybody else that the structure that you have, the opponent that you're up against in Gujarat is not comparable. Here is a battle of near equals. Now, here's the point I wish to make. The BJP does have a formidable machine, and in the end, Rahul Verma, they'll unleash that machine. There's a minister who's being sent virtually to every district. They'll try and go booth to booth, make it a matter of prestige. But is the gap now just too much to be able to come back from here? GVL, of course, is thinking that you've got Modi. Modi can do what, say, a Rinku Singh did. But that may be possible in a Lok Sabha context. Can that still at this juncture be possible in an assembly context?
I think that's difficult. We saw that didn't help in Himachal. And GVL in some ways is right that electoral sort of contest is set in motion much before the campaign begins. Of course, that gap, if it's narrow, can be dealt with during the campaign, but you cannot completely overturn an election, and that seems to be likely to the case. That seems to be the case in Karnataka. I don't think, yes, BJP, if it unleashes its machine, its energy, and tries to organize everything, it can make the election a close contest. But can it defeat by winning single-handedly? I think that's a tall order. I don't want to rule that out in elections, and especially an election which is a month away. Anything can happen. But that's a difficult order for BJP now.
But Sandeep Shastri,
and
GVL Narasimha Rao, yes, very quickly.
One more thing. I think, see, BJP, yes, it has organizational presence across the country, and it has a machine that it can unleash in some part of the country. But there are also regions and states in the country where the opposition party's machine is equally strong. And Karnataka seems to be one of those places where Congress machine is strong. So BJP does not have any significant advantage in terms of organization in Karnataka.